Hi there, welcome to this quick tutorial for the PMP exam. A student of ours, Susan, who is preparing for the PMP exam, sent in a message asking how to firm up her understanding of the executing process group. So we're going to be looking at the executing and monitoring and controlling process groups, which she asked about. In order to do this well, I would suggest looking at that grid that everybody knows. That grid with all the 47, with the 5 process groups and the 10 knowledge areas. It's in our book as well. Take a look at that grid and begin to go through all of the different processes and ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself key questions, such as the questions I'll share with you. So let's first of all address executing. In executing, what have you got? The first thing you need to know in executing is the first process. And the first process in executing is direct and manage project work. Hopefully you remember that. Now, direct and manage project work is a very important process. There's some key things about this process that I would like to address. First of all, I would like you to know the key output, because this is going to address what exactly you get out of direct and manage project work. Now, this is so important, I have to codify in red. If you didn't know that now. Your deliverables are a key output of direct and manage project work. It's a big ticket item that you need to be aware of for the exam. Another big ticket item I'm going to write in red is called WPD. Hopefully you know what that is. Work performance data. Work performance data is another big one. Your work performance data is really your raw observations on the project. But the PMI and the PMBOK guide, they tell you these raw observations regarding how the project is proceeding is derived from here, direct and manage project work. So if you don't know these two big ticket items, know them now. Know them now. This is some really important stuff here. Something else that comes to mind in the world of direct and manage project work is some of our key inputs. And the key input is what is actually going into this that makes it what it is. And one of those things, which is very important, is called approved change request. Did you know that approved change requests is an input to direct and manage project work? You see, as you break down each process, you need to ask yourself, why is this needed here? Or why am I getting this out of here? That's what you need to ask yourself. So you can see, just thinking about what exactly you're doing and what you're getting out and what you need to do it is so important as you go through each process in executing. Each process in executing should be looked at under a fine-tooth comb. Executing is one of those big ones on the exam. Now, if you didn't know, let me remind you, this is 30% of the PMP exam. A whole 30% of the PMP. There is a lot at stake. Oh my goodness, 30%? The smoke coming out of his ears, he can't believe it. 30% of the exam. Yes, but let's ask ourselves this question. If we have 175 questions, right, and 30% of this 175 questions is from executing, the question is, how many questions do you have? Do a simple calculation. It will amaze you that you've got at least 52 questions. That is scary. 52 questions. 1/4 of the questions you see will be from here, at least. What even makes it worse is when they combine questions from one area with another and the balance lies more towards one than the other. That's where it can get really tricky. So executing is big on the test. All we've done here is take a quick look at the direct and manage project work process and see some of the key things that jump out when you go through it. And that is just